Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all appropriate ages, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, where you may be. Hope you're staying safe and healthy. So, before we get into the meat of the matter, talking about what I hope, or what should, get fixed in the next couple of patches they're going to bring out for Heart of Deimos, let's go over a few things for those that are still doing Nightwave. Oh, and I've gone up to rank 14. 15. Okay.
Flash and bite. The day is won not with a strike to the heart, but 100 cuts about it.
Okay. So, kill the Exploiter Orb. Defeat a Rope Lotus. Alright, so 2 boss fights. Unlock 4 Orican Derelict Bolts. 3 relics, 8 zones of Sanctuary Onslaught, 3 different K-Drive races. They're still bugged for me. While piloting a hydrate cruise ship, destroy 3 enemy fighters, pick up 20 energy orbs. Episode 5 will probably be in another couple of weeks. Cred offerings. Was that skull shots? Oh, right. For the Viper. Persian Slash. Allies and powerful Slash Dash have 4 debuffs removed and 100% shields restored. Wolf Beacon, if you still want to get Wolf Sledge. Or if you're a sadist and you want to spawn him into a high Steel Path level, be my guest.
Coming up next.
Right, let's go pick up this Adrenaline Alloy. Because I changed my path in the way I was going to approach Heart of Deimos. I've got the Keratinos being built. Trumma is almost done. Deimos is being built. Zaku Neuroptics. I actually got that the first try from the bounties, as well as the chassis. It was the systems that took till Saturday night to get. For some reason that was being the hardest to drop. But then I ran into the scintillant issue. And it actually took me till the other day to get enough scintillant. So yeah, where is it? The Trunma. I need Seriglass Shard, but we'll get into that when we get into Deimos. Or the Cambion Drift. Sepulchrum, same thing. Zymus is the only new weapon that didn't require any Seriglass Shards. Oh, that and the Keratinos. As for Void Rigs, let me just type in something. I want to double check before I go off on one. Yep, I was right. Disappointed. I'll talk about that near the end. Finally installed the helmet. I have named it Audrey 2. If you can guess where that's from, then you are officially old. And my Nidus is being subsumed. I would say goodbye, old friend, but you're one that you're my extra Nidus I never used.
Operator, you have foundry items ready. Claim them now at your
So feeding it to 100% on each scale and subsuming one Warframe already got me up to second Metamorphosis. So it's not going to take long to rank up the helmet. And my Trundler barrel. Oh, and the Trundler stock. Right, now that's all out the way. Let's talk about what we hope gets fixed, or what I do anyway, because I always say this with a pinch of salt, because either other people have experienced it, some people haven't experienced it, but this is just going by my experience with the Cambion Drift and everything in it. Some of you may have experienced it, some of you haven't. Some of you may have experienced other bugs. If you have, let me know. Let DE know. Not that they ever get back to you. In nearly 7 years, they've only got back to me once. Despite what I support or put a ticket in for. Put me in charge of customer support. I'll run everything through. DE, give me a job. I can work from home. Good, you're taking forever to write that. Right, so first things first, falling through the planet. Sometimes when I land here, or sometimes when I get out the Necrolist and enter the Cambion Drift through there, or going through the Esophage in isolation vaults. A lot of the times actually with the Esophage leaving the isolation vaults, I fall through the world. That can be combated by arc winging up back onto the surface, but still, that needs a fix. Bounties, I haven't really experienced any issues with those, if I'm honest. These little statue areas here, not experienced an issue with those. Fishing, nothing to report. Mining. Mining, there have been some issues. I will say the view is lovely. Hey, Pass. Apart from when it gets all digital in the background there. So, with mining, like on the Plains of Eidolon and in Orb Vallis, there are still some that spawn too high for you to reach, and you for some reason still can't use your drill in Arcwing mode. So some of those are permanently out of reach. And then there are still other ones that spawn underneath the surface, so you can't drill those. And there are other ones that spawn without the blue pings to hit the drill points with. So that is an issue with mining. Tranking animals, well, like still with the Plains of Eidolon, some animals, especially around the water area, ooh, ah shit, stand still, you bitch. Doing it. Wow.
clean it up. It's crawling with spores. But then, which of us isn't?
Right, as I was saying. Oh, you're still here? Hey, whoa, whoa. Oh, you son of a bitch. I'm still with you a bit. Alright, is that everything? You're all done now? Good. So yeah, as I was saying, some animals, especially on the surface of the water, or as they call it in this game, the exocrine, fall through the world. Sometimes they'll pop back up to the surface, sometimes they won't. And considering you need some of the tags for some of the times you've got to level up to get ahead in the Intritus system, it's a bit of an issue. Now, do I think they're going to fix the mining issues or the tranking animal hunting issues that I just described? No. Why do I think they're not going to fix them? Because they still exist. Those issues still exist in the Plains of Eidolon and or Valis. The fact they still exist there, despite how long they've been out, gives me very little hope of them actually fixing those bugs. Which is unfortunate. So let's go into the Necrolis. Hey, what are you doing there? So, yeah, as I said earlier, what is it? Backed away from leveling up just to collect bits and pieces.
I am open to dialogue.
I have all that ready, I just need that'll be done by Wednesday. So I'll be rank 4 by Wednesday, then probably rank 5 by God knows when. But I'm going to take my time with that.
None of the monstrosities you'll find out there are as fearsome as the demons inside my mother's head.
You're still a whiny little bitch. But yeah, Predicites and Volpathlers I'm not going to touch until I unlock all of these and make up my mind what I'm going to use on them. I went and got each type of Echo Lure.
As you wish. I shall languish in weary solitude until you return.
As for daughter, what is it she has? Hey Kaylee.
You understand, don't you? The feeling of splitting open a nice, fresh ostomer. That heady smell of acetone, liver, and corrosion.
You got some weird fetishes, love. Anyway, so yeah, there's nothing really else that you need from her. All you need is that one spear. You may need these later, but right now I've not had any use for them.
You know where to find me.
Yeah, I always do. It's not like you're going anywhere. But yeah, I took a break just to get all the weapon parts from Viltor.
Couldn't possibly have seen this coming. That's what she'll say.
So
Isn't
that's
it
currently
funny
being
how
built.
all the rest of us saw it coming?
That's currently being built. They're currently being built, but then I still need Ceraglass shards. Trummer currently being built, but I have 2 blueprints because you need one for fucking Necroloid. And then it's just these prime parts to get near the end, and they can wait.
Sure. Keep safe.
Otek, I think I'm just missing 1 blueprint from
Did you
him.
come to talk about mining? How
No.
did you know that's my favorite subject?
I could buy it now,
Will you?
but I'll
Ah,
wait.
Be great. Do great things.
Now this is why I'm going through all of those, because, you know, you rank up using tokens now.
That woman could... Go on, dear.
I've still got some left over after I capped out my daily standing this morning.
As you wish.
But what I was talking about, Seriglass shards, that you need them for the Sepulchrum and the Trumna, or Trumna. Do you need any for the Necroloid? I can't remember. But
Why they bothered packing all this, I'll never know.
they are 20 each. 20 grandmother tokens each. And if you're into underground, if you're into all the Captura scenes, they're 50 each.
Very well. I'll be here. Wait,
And when you look at
you
some
and
of them
I have a chinwag.
Like, now you got to remember, each token is like 1500 standing. You're getting a fair trade out of that one. Oh, I could, but I want to save the father tokens for the time being. That would only put me up to 16 tokens anyway. So that's 4, so that's 6,000. So 1, 2, 3. So you're getting 4,000 standing in exchange for 6,000 standing, or to save them for Seriglass shards. So the game then forces you to get tokens from everyone else in order to exchange them for this, either for standing or for 20 tokens
Oh,
for
well.
a
Can't be
If
helped.
that's the case, why
This
make
stuff's been in
that
storage
starts
for years.
to feel a bit too
I hope it's
pricey for
still
me. That should
good.
have been dropped. Especially when it's only important for like 2 or 3 things. I think that's a bit too high. That needs to be
Of
dropped.
course. Take your time. I quite understand.
I mean, the exchange rate is pretty damn good, but for the Seriglass shards, no.
Always nice to see you. Do stop by again.
And now we get to Necroloid, which is where I have run into a bit of an issue. And how the hell is someone... Oh, they're probably building... Oh yeah. Don't forget you've got all these to read when you level up a new one each time. But we've got these spaces over here. What does that one actually say? Oh yeah. Hey,
Greetings. May I be of assistance?
so what have I got left to do with you? I need to get 5 more Animus Matrixes and Void Tracers and nothing. I can get that done this morning.
Many safe returns.
But yeah. So, bugs with isolation bolts. I bumped into a serious fucking bug last night before I decided to go to bed. So, last night I ran 3... Actually, we'll talk about Scintillant first then. I ran the isolation bolts from tier 1 to tier 3 3 times last night before I decided to get some shut-eye. Not a single Scintillant dropped. In the entire time I've been playing isolation bolts, I have had 7 Scintillants and you need 5 to build Zaku Neuroptics. They said they buffed the amount of scintillants that drop, or that they've buffed its drop chance. It still needs buffing. Let's be honest, because it is still ridiculously low. And
Are you requiring
I've already
something?
talked about how going into the esophague
Not now, Ot. Perhaps we can make
Can.
a trade.
drop you out of the world and you just got Arcwing up. But I've got 7 damage Necromech pods. I've got a damage Necromech pod. Yep. Actually, I could buy those now and have them ready to build. Do I do that? Do I? Because doesn't it give you the cortege as the next blueprint? We'll wait.
I am sorry we were not able to arrive at a satisfactory arrangement. Be pragmatic in all aspects of life.
But yeah. So, the scintillant still needs buffing. And one thing that needs fixing, but is also partially a fault to the players. And I'll give you an example. And I think it was, well, I know it's happened every day that I've been trying to run Isolation Vaults. You go to start Isolation Vault, you're with a squad. Someone else is the host. They say they're going to do all 3 tiers. You do the first tier, and for some reason or another, host migration occurs. Could be the player lost connection or just decided out of the random to leave. Whatever. Host migration occurs. Loading screen appears. You're back in the game. And for some reason, it spawns all 3 objectives again. Sometimes you spawn back in the Isolation Vault and you have to kill the Necromechs again, but then it's still telling you after you've done that to collect Wormbag, and then it tells you to go and clear the toxicity level before entering the vault. Then it tells you to kill the Necromechs again, and they're not there. And even if you get all that done successfully, the vault is already open and there's nothing there to claim. That is a major issue I've encountered every day since the game has been up. Every time I've run Isolation Vaults. It needs fixing. I think that one will be fixed. I doubt they'll actually drop the prices of Seriglass shards or exchange rates on the tokens. Well, actually, the exchange rate on the tokens is fine because you're actually always making profit from that. But I doubt they'll drop the Seriglass shard token price, even though it's, in my opinion, stupid. Will they, quote unquote, buff the scintillant drop chances again? Doubtful. Will they fix the mining and the conservation issues? Once again, I sincerely doubt that, just because they still exist on the other open world areas. But I doubt they'll fix any of these just because I want them to prove me wrong for once. But yeah, those are literally everything I've experienced so far in terms of negativity with the Heart of Deimos. I mean, just to squash the host migration issue where the isolation mission completely bugs out, it's best to go solo either with a Revenant or a Wukong Prime. Or Wukong if you don't have a Wukong Prime. Doesn't really matter as long as you mod him properly. But yeah, Dropping through the world needs fixing. Isolation vault bug due to host migration needs fixing. Scintillant needs buffing again. Mining and hunting needs fixing. There's a lot that needs fixing. We knew there were going to be bugs on launch, but there seem to be more, and they seem to be more common as I play, which is unfortunate. And with that being said, we'll just have to wait and see what they actually get around to fix. And I shall see you all later.